Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Let's have some fun today. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. That's what we can do today. We're going to have some fun.
Well, Ed, while we're on the air, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Are you going to listen to the speech tonight?
No, sir. I'm not wasting my time. I got a bigger fish to fry. I got bigger fish to fry. I ain't got time for him. I ain't got time to hear him lie. I ain't got time to hear them Republicans up there and bow down to him and kiss his finger and make him the king. I ain't got time for that. I have no time to watch them sit there and embarrass themselves on national TV. Because that's exactly what they're getting ready to do. They're going to embarrass themselves on national TV. Because I've been watching them now, and they done drank the Kool-Aid, and you know how those vampires and stuff, they'll bite you and take that blood out of you and all, and you just like you can turn into you a vampire too. As I look at them and everything, I'm looking at all these folks, especially your ex senator down there. he done he done drank the Kool-Aid. He don't even look like the same person when he was a senator. He he he, he, he done took him and he got the same face, but he got he done took his mind away and pasted somebody else's mind into him. So and he's sitting there and talking, and if you took a video of him and put him side by side, he don't look like the same person that he looked now. In less than a year, he don't look like the same person. I remember when he was running against him, he was talking much smack. Now he done drank the Kool-Aid. He done went down to Mar-a-Lago and they done did something to him. And he just spouting off them talking points.
They gave him the money train, bro.
They did something to him.
A lot of money.
They did something to him, man, because they sure changed him around. And I mean, he done got so, man, he just,
the total amount of automobiles being financed.
You almost want to believe, almost want to think that maybe they didn't see the same thing we see. they see, they got another picture in front of them. I don't know what they seeing. And then they try to make us think that he sit there. Well, I went and talked to all these foreign leaders over there. I kick him out of my office. He couldn't even come to my office if I'm over there. If I'm one of them European office, and sit there and then watch him come there and stand on the stage and lie about what these folks told him. I know he was lying because some of the stuff that he said They didn't say that. You can listen to them. I at night, man, I get to those foreign news items and stuff, and they have these leaders and stuff on, and I'll listen to them speak and everything, and they don't even sound like the same person that he said he spoke to. It is a crying shame, Ted. Yeah, they took that man and just beat him up there and beat him away and then throw him out, wrapped him up like a piece of ball, a piece of garbage, and just throw him out the door. Get out. They wouldn't have done a dog like that. They wouldn't have. They would not have done a dog like that. That did what they did to him. They tried to belittle him, and he just looked just as weak and everything. And then they had nerve enough to tell the American public that, well, he's not very popular at home. They're going to impeach him. They're going to get him out of office. Well,
that's what they're putting out there.
yeah, I'm just saying they got that false news going on, man. And that fake, you talking about fake news? Ooh, they got some fake news going on, and some of the people out there believe in that stuff. And I'm looking at this stuff, and then I'm going on to some of the BBC News out there and listen to them, and they interviewing the people over there in Ukraine, and most of them, to the person, said yes, they were upset that they couldn't get anything done with the American president, but they were proud of their leader, very proud of him.
Let me ask you a question. Let's look at the history of Ukraine.
Go ahead.
The history of Ukraine is in 1994, they made a deal with Clinton. Get rid of all your major war weapons, your nuclear weapons, and we will back you and protect you. At the same time, Reagan had made a deal with the Russians that America would not try to persuade other countries to go and get into NATO.
So that must have happened before '94, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So
Just want to make that clear so people know that this is not '94. You're talking about past '94. You're talking about in the '80s.
Right.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
the breakup happened, and a lot of those countries began to get into NATO, European countries. And so in '94, they got rid of all of those nuclear weapons in Ukraine, and they expect the United States to protect them when in 2014, Russia went into Crimea, which is part of Ukraine.
That's right next door to them. Yep.
Took it. And President Obama, tried to play them off, talk them out of it, and whatever. Now, what was going on in 2014 in America? We was battling two wars, bruh.
Just trying to get rid of them.
Thank you.
They had just gotten out of two wars. Go ahead.
So Obama say, well, okay, well, look, we know it's bad, but we got to, we just can't do it.
Now make sure you say after you get on that they are now and before that were beating Obama over the head. They did. They beat him over the head because they said that he should have went over there and did something to stop them from going into Crimea. But like you just said, his hands were tied. He couldn't.
His hands was tied.
Right. He couldn't.
So now they're trying to blame Clinton, Obama, and Biden.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Now I don't know why they left out Bush now, because he's right in between Clinton and
Thank you.
Obama.
Thank you.
I don't know why they left Bush out, because he was in between them. Go
Yes.
ahead.
And so now you're talking, this is their whole thing. And their big talk is Clown Man is talking about, well, all I want is peace. And, we want to stop the killing. We want to stop the wars. Yet still, this man asked for what? Guarantees that he's going to be protected by
That's all he wanted.
the
That's all he
American
wanted.
people.
That's all he wanted. And he would have gave them whatever they wanted. He'd have gave them the minerals, all that. He'd have signed that agreement and gave them all the minerals that they wanted. But he just wanted that protection. That was it, a guaranteed protection, and he wouldn't give it to him. That's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. That's Trump.
So the bottom line is that here we are, and the man's country is sinking fast. Although they have been very courageous, but hundreds, I dare say thousands of people have been killed. Now they've done their killing too now. So Russia is not as bad as everybody think it is, because you wouldn't be bringing 10,000 North Koreans over here to help you fight, huh?
You wouldn't. They hurting. They hurting real bad.
They're hurting.
They hurting real bad over there. But if you believe these fake news folks over here, they are saying that, oh man, Ukraine can't win no war and stuff with them. They must not have realized that while end of January to February and stuff, that Ukraine had bombs and stuff going off in Russia. They bombed all of their stuff over there. They bombed their supply depot. They did everything over there. And the other day, they blew the main bridge up going into Crimea, so Russia could not get their troops and stuff supplied with supplies now. They don't have no bridge to get there. They blew that son of a gun to hell.
And here's the thing is, the United States told them to back off. Don't go further. Only go to a certain point. Because we gave them weapons.
Well, the country that Germany, who they told not to let them have all that technology, the new elected chancellor over there says he gonna let them have everything. He don't care what America said.
What?
Yep. That new chancellor that Trump sat down there and said, because he was from a conservative party, he thought he could say, well, he's a conservative, so he's gonna believe in what we have to say. The man came out big and strong and said that the past prime minister and everything, he didn't go far enough to help Ukraine. He said, I'm gonna help him. And all the weapons that they sent over there, and told them that they could use this technology with against Russia. He said, forget that. Y'all can use whatever technology y'all want. So now they have a defense over there now and everything that they are sending. They got these long range missiles.
You know why,
now.
don't you?
Yeah. They the only thing stopping Russia from invading them.
That's true, but at the same time, Russia had been piping in gas and oil to Germany, and then I think Russia decided they're going to stop it. I just read an article about it. I mean, I don't know how true that is.
That could be, but I think that they are getting their gas and oil from some other places and stuff and everything now. They done found some alternate resources and stuff for their energy and stuff that they need because of it being the wintertime. So I believe that they are so sincere about making sure that Russia does not get themselves and take their country and stuff out that most of the European countries would do anything now to protect Ukraine, including send peacekeeping troops there.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna bring this up. I'm changing subjects right quick,
Go ahead.
just for about 2 minutes. You remember we did a thing on Peter Thiel and his cronies that started
PayPal.
Well, his other crony, one of the cronies, started this little pay-as-you-go thing. It just bounced up from 7 billion to 14 billion. They pushing this thing now because a lot of people don't have the credit cards and the credit, so they paying as they go, and he making a lot of money. Just wanted to throw that in there. See these little. I sent you the story on them. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it.
I haven't, but
Yeah,
I knew
well,
that
they're
I knew
group.
that they brought Elon from, I think he was in South Africa and stuff then, wasn't he? When they
Yeah, he was in
brought him
South
on,
Africa, and he brought in the
yeah.
money to help
But
him
he is
kick that PayPal
but
off really good.
now I still didn't understand and stuff. How did he get a Canadian citizenship being from South Africa? I didn't figure that out. I don't know how that happened and stuff, but he's supposed to be a Canadian citizen, and they're going to Parliament and trying to get them to take away his citizenship, in the country. They had over 500,000 signatures, man, to take away his citizenship, and they brought it before the British Parliament. They said we brought these 500,000 signatures and stuff, and we want you guys to take his citizenship away.
Elon Musk.
What about the stock market, man? What's going on with this? As soon as today, they had a drop when he had put the 25% tariff on it, and now
These people don't know what's going on, bro. They don't know what to do. A lot of people are taking their money out because they don't know if it's going to go up or go down. So they're getting their profits now and just holding their cash. These big time money managers that's got hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of shares in some of these companies, because that's going to hurt the bottom line of a lot of these companies when it comes to purchasing power. So they're going to look and see. They're waiting and seeing how all this going to pan out, because a lot of these people, what they're doing is they're piecemealing their 25%. They're going to, like Canada and Mexico, they piecemealing certain companies in certain areas of 25%. So, it's Wild Wild West now, bro. And why it's still over 40,000, I don't know. Because really it should be down about 38. And some of these people they've been talking up this AI, which a lot of people are pouring money into. A lot of them losing out too. We'll see. I don't know. It's hard to say, man, to be honest with you, because, all they're doing is gambling anyway. There's nothing certain. There's nothing certain, especially now you're talking about these retail stores. Look at, we talked about this yesterday. Look at Target. He was on the Business Channel today trying to talk it up. And he know that stock that went from $300 and something down to I don't know, 100 and something. Come on, bro. Come on. So we'll see. I don't know, man. It's hard to tell because everybody's sort of kind of iffy. And then China. And a lot of them get all their products from China. China gonna mess with them. This dude, do we even have a clue? You can't be talking tough and bullying people and thinking that they're going to take that mess. Don't nobody like bullies, man. Don't nobody like bullies.
My first note that I made for the show for today was I put down the word tariffs, and then I couldn't think of anything else to put there right away. And then it dawned on me why. So I wrote why down there and some question mark. Why tariffs? Because I can't believe that some of these folks out there who are these billionaires who depend upon the stock market to bring their money in, depend upon the United States faring very well. Why would they not say anything to him about these tariffs and stop him? I don't understand why. I've been trying to figure it out. I said, there's got to be something, some correlation and stuff to why he just keeps on thinking, even in his first term, that he keeps on thinking that these tariffs is going to work. I don't understand. Now I know he's crazy and his mind is off and everything, but why is he stuck on this word tariffs and
I'm going to tell
everything?
you why he's stuck on it.
Go ahead, explain it to me.
Well, back in the day, in the 1800s, 1900s, 1800s,
Now wait,
that
now
was
wait a
a big
minute.
deal.
Now wait a minute. Now Trump can't think that far back to the
No.
18. He can't think that far back. So go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to think of the president that lived off of tariffs, because then we didn't have the tax structure, all of that, what we have now. But we was making money because right now, I just looked it up last week. It might be a little higher now. The tariffs that have been collected so far is about $80 billion. That's all that's been collected, $80 billion. So Trump is thinking that if I go up higher, I can get 5 times that much, $500 million. So this is his thinking. So that then he'll have money coming to his coffer. But he's not thinking that we, the people, is going to be paying for it. Because that means the people that's buying the products from China or somewhere else, we're going to have to pay for it because they're going to put the price on the consumer. I saw a grocery store owner who probably only have a few stores talking about, well, we don't have to buy our certain products from that company. We can go somewhere else and buy it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Everybody, is sort of kind of, I think really, man, to be honest with you, these folks loving this chaos. They loving it, bro. Because it's keeping everybody on their toes. It's everybody's scrambling around. And what's going to happen is, and I hate to say this, the best man is going to win. So that's what they're looking at. They're looking at, hey, this is competition now. This is their way of conniving and scheming and, who do I know, cronyism, all that kind of stuff. So they're loving it. They're loving it. Hey, one more thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to be done. Let me ask you a question. Where was Honda made? Who owns Honda?
Who owns Honda?
Yeah.
Japan.
Who owns Nissan?
Wait a minute. I think Honda is South Korea, and Nissan is Japan. Yeah, I think Honda is owned by South Korea, and Nissan is owned by Japan.
Who owns Kia?
South Korea.
Who owns Porsche?
Germany.
You get my message?
Germany, go ahead.
I can go down to about 20 cars. Some of these cars are made overseas, but most of them are made overseas, but they're assembled here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and the reason why is because then that way they don't have to pay no tariffs.
Well, those countries that you just mentioned and stuff and everything, other than Germany and stuff, don't have to pay tariff because he only put the tariff on Mexico, Canada, and China, not Japan or South Korea. He hasn't did anything to them.
A lot of these German cars are assembled here.
Well, they just built a plant down here right outside of Atlanta, brand new Porsche plant.
Well, the reason why I say that is that America gave up on the car making deal because Chrysler and Jeep.
Well, Chrysler no longer exists. They owned by Solaris, or whatever that name is.
I'm trying to tell you, it's owned by a foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these cars are made by foreign entities. Now they assemble and set up their plants and they hire their workers and do this and do that. And then they sell it to the American people. And you are aware of this, and I know this. Man, I ain't putting your business in the street, but I'm just going to say this. There are almost, well, $1.6 trillion right now in car loans in this country.
Probably more than that.
1.6 trillion.
Probably more than that.
So now you have all of this, that's debt. The average car now, not the average, but I say a little above average car, most cars are $40,000. And that's on the, mid-size or a little higher end car. But usually they're up to 50, 60, 70,000. Some even more. What these people are doing is they're doing 68 months to pay for them, and they're paying $600 to $800 a month. So the finance companies are making the money. The car dealers are making their little change, but the finance people are the ones that's making the money. And we have about 10 good American banks that's doing that. But then we also have about 10 foreign companies that's doing financing right here in America. It's a game, bro. And this is why our GDP is higher, because we're buying goods and services and automobiles. That's only one part of, and that's a big deal because money is constantly exchanging and flowing back and forth because people got to pay their car notes every month and maintenance has to be done, all of that stuff, because we are a automobile country. We're not a mainstream public transportation country. So the bottom line is that because of that, most family households have 2 or 3 cars.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we at as far as that goes. You're talking about But like you said, it's probably more than that. Probably $2 trillion.
Yes, I bet it's a heck of a lot more than the trillion and a half. There's a lot of cars still running around here, man. People got a
And
lot of
not
cars,
paid for.
right? And you got a lot of 2-car family households, a lot of them.
So I just thought I'd bring that up and let people know, we depend on American people to buy cars, whether they're made or owned by foreign entities or American. And the only American cars that we make is General Motors and Ford. And Ford now, what they make most of their cars over in Mexico.
Well, they're sending them back and forth across there. They got stuff going on down in Mexico, then they got stuff going on here. It go.
And General Motors
They
got some
said
stuff
they
going there
said
too.
those parts to build those cars go back and forth across the Mexican border at least 3 or 4 times before that car is actually built. And we probably and I'm pretty sure this was done on purpose. Most of those foreign car manufacturers and stuff haven't built any plants up north. Just maybe 1 or 2, but most of them are down here in the south. They're in Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, Georgia, almost all of them. Toyota got plants down here in Mississippi. Alabama has the Kias and the Mercedes Benz. Mississippi has the Nissans. And then we got Porsche and man, they got another foreign car manufacturer. They got about 3 of them down here in Georgia. But they all brought their cars and stuff, manufactured their cars here in the South. And the reason why they do that because they don't want to be involved with UAW.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that's the reason why those companies trying to stop them from forming their unions.
And they do a hell of a job stopping them. A hell of a job trying to stop them. I mean, they even threaten people to keep them from getting their unions there. They had one big fight down there at the Nissan plant there in Mississippi, right outside of Jackson. A lot of people and stuff went down there and got hurt.
Really?
Big fight, yep. And they almost got it through, but they finally went ahead and got it stopped. They did not want to unionize their plants. But they still pay pretty good wages and stuff for, the wages and stuff down in the South. They're decent wages. It's not something that you can get rich off of, or it's nothing like what you get if you belong to the UAW, but they play them pretty good to try to keep unions and stuff out of their plants. Anyway, anything else you got to say here?
Well, I can say the last for last. I want to talk about the Academy Awards, but I can wait for that. What you got?
I didn't watch the Academy Awards, so what happened? Tell me.
Well, the Academy Awards to me, I'm gonna tell you, I love it. It's kind of boring, but I like it because you see all the costumes and you see the excerpts of the movies and the top movies and all the work that people do as far as making these movies and costumes and sets designs and that takes a lot of skill and talent and ability. But the one thing that captivates me is the spectacular showcase. Everybody dressed up. I mean, paying $20 and $30 and $50 and $100,000 for a dress, and wearing $20 million jewelry and bragging about it. This is for so and so, so and so. This is from so and so. This is from so and so, so and so. This is from so and so. They just naming names. And a lot of them, it's not theirs. They're just doing it because somebody paid them or whatever the case may be. However they contract them out, because you're talking about wearing a $50,000 jury piece. I'm sure they got people following around, make sure ain't nobody snatching it. But here's the thing: Jeff Bezos was there. Him and his
new go, his new boo.
baby doll. His baby doll.
His baby doll, okay.
Yeah, his baby doll. Lauren Sanchez. She looks good. I'm looking at a picture of her right now. And she's got this jewelry piece on there, bro. That thing I don't even know. I'm trying to find the price and how much, they just talking about the name of it. But I'm sure that thing cost a pretty penny. Millions and millions of dollars. And so since I'm interested in all that, I look at the people coming through dressed up. And then, and let's face it, they show mostly 90% of it, 95% of it showing women. And they're showing all these gowns and everything on TV now. This is ABC. But then I go on Facebook or I go on TikTok or any other channel, then I see all the black women that I didn't even know was there. Because, when they're coming through, they stand there and take their picture. And I was saying to my wife, where's Kerry Washington? Where's so-and-so, so-and-so? Where's so-and-so? They didn't show them on TV.
You know why?
They showed everybody else, but they didn't show all these black women. They showed a couple black women.
You know why they didn't show them?
Why?
They didn't pay enough money.
So you telling me that they gotta pay to be up on stage?
Yeah. That red carpet thing, man, you have to pay to get on there. If you ain't got enough money to pay them to get on there, they don't show you. I didn't know that until I was reading an article and stuff last year about it, about the carpet there. That you pay them money to give them that red carpet, and a lot of times, a lot of those folks and stuff, they pay their managers or whatever pay for them to get onto the red carpet, but they don't have the tickets to get inside the show. But they have to want to get on to the red carpet to show their outfits and everything. And the folks who produce their costumes and everything, they pay that money and stuff so they can get on there and model their costume. So they'll pay that money, and then once they get off the red carpet and everything, then they just going back to someplace else because they don't have the tickets to get inside. I didn't know that, man. I had no idea that was going on. It's a commercial thing, man. Now it is nothing but money. That's it. That's all that thing is money. You don't pay enough money, you don't get shows.
The presenters, every presenter got a gift basket worth over 6 figures. Every presenter got a gift bag for over 6 figures. And they said in those are trips to certain places, first class, all kinds of goodies in the basket. It's amazing, man. And the thing is, because it's an international thing, and let me tell you, the majority of the Oscars that were given out were international people.
Yeah, because some of those that new Rooney, whatever the name of the one who won the best picture and stuff, some off-brand name, New Roma or something like that. I never heard of them. Never heard of the movie. Never heard of it.
It only cost $6 million to make.
It cost what?
6.
6 million.
Yeah. They bragged about it.
And it won a lot, man. They got best picture and everything. I couldn't believe it. I said, who in the hell did that?
So, it's amazing, but that's the way it goes, bro. I mean, everything is monetized.
Yep, it's monetized. They are monetized. You won't pay enough money, you can't get your picture taken. Now you may walk
Did
down
they
that.
say how much, Ed?
They pay
20,000,
those.
50,000?
They have. There's a guy and stuff who's in charge of that whole thing, and he gets the money, and then he pays those photographers and stuff and everything to shoot their pictures and stuff there while they're on the carpet. Now, Karen Washington and stuff may have walked down the carpet, but they won't be on the TV.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, they won't be on the TV. They will not put them on TV because they didn't pay enough money. Now she probably walked down there and they took pictures of her, but they ain't gonna show them on TV because she didn't pay them enough money.
Now, whether she was on there, I didn't see the whole thing, but I did see a
Well,
lot
if
of
you
it.
saw them, on Facebook and TikTok and all them, they were probably on there. They probably walked up there, but they wasn't the ones that
Yeah,
they
I didn't. The
put there
pictures
on the
that I
camera.
saw of them, all the people that I saw, none of them was on the red carpet.
Well, they
It
were
was
probably
at
on the
a
red carpet, but you just didn't see them on the show.
right.
Yeah, they won't show them on the show. They'll take their pictures, but they will not show them on the show. They didn't pay them enough money to get them the show. This is a mess, man. This is too much. I can't believe it. This is too much. Oh, well, people, this is March. And what happens in March, Ted?
Ooh,
March Madness.
I'm loving it.
We got to get ready for March Madness, people. This is basketball, college basketball. It's coming. It is coming on, and it's going to be a lot of money made here on college basketball.
A lot of money.
A lot of money going to be made here on college basketball. A lot of money. I have no idea where these games are going to be played at. I don't have no idea how they got the bracket set up. I don't know who going to be number one seed, who going to be number two seed, where they're going to be spaced at in the southeast, the west, the Midwest, or whatever, the regions and stuff. I have no idea where they're going to be played at. I don't even know where the championship game is going to be played at, but I know I'm going to be sitting there watching some basketball games.
Well, good for you, because you don't watch a lot of sports.
No, I don't watch a whole lot, man. I ain't got time. I don't have time to watch it. There's too much other stuff going on, man. I got.
This guy right here, that's all I got is time to watch sports.
That's it. That's it.
And
Now,
I watch pro games, I watch college games, I watch football, I watch basketball. But those are the only two sports I watch. I used to watch baseball, but it got too much.
Right now,
And a little bit of hockey.
When is bracketology? Is that this Sunday, next Sunday, or what?
I'm thinking that it's going to be, because they got to do the playoffs. Everybody got a tournament now, so that they can get an automatic bid. So if they win that tournament, they get an automatic bid, even if they beat the best team in that conference, they get an automatic bid.
Yeah, so bracketology. So they don't have bracketology until what? They got it because this is March, so they got to have it. This
Well,
coming
they talking
Sunday.
about they probably gonna have that probably on the 15th or on the 13th or the 12th.
Of this month.
Yeah, between the 12th and the 15th.
So they're going to go into April now instead of most of it happening in March.
No, it's going to be in March. It starts the 15th. But what I'm saying is that once the tournaments, I think the tournament starts this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. If not this weekend, next weekend. And so all the tournaments, almost everybody got tournaments now. So they play the tournaments, and they play 3 or 4 games, and then the winner gets an automatic bid. And then they might be way down the line if they're not higher up in the brackets. But the top teams are already set.
So the top 4 teams, the number 1 seeds already set. No matter what,
pretty much set.
No matter what they do in the conference, they still set.
They pretty much set. Alabama. Who else? Ooh, man, I don't keep up with it that tight, but I know Alabama is one of them. Probably is going to be Auburn. And who's number two? Yeah, I forgot who number two is. But it's going to be, I know it's going to be Alabama and Auburn is going to be in the top four. So I don't know who the other two is going to be. Unless Auburn.
So the SEC is now taking over the
SEC.
basketball, SEC,
yeah.
because it used to be the ACC was always one. The Big East were always the one that did that. Now that
North Carolina
SEC,
lost about 12 games, and Duke is pretty well up there. I think they're in the top 10 or 15. But I don't think they're going to be in the top four. There's some good ball players, though, man. I got to give it to them, man. This year is a good crop. It's a lot of, and I'm not talking about spectacular ball players, but I'm talking about good ball players. Nobody that's outstanding. They try to pump people up, certain people, but it's nobody really dominating. I think, what the highest score is? I think the top highest score is like 23, 24 points.
So
So
most of
ain't nobody
you would
really dogging nobody.
so you would say that most of the teams and stuff there's no one or two top players. Most of the teams and stuff are kind of like spread out and everything. Everybody is equal.
Yeah, I think here's the point. Look at OKC. OKC got one scorer who's averaging over 30 points a game. Everybody else is averaging 12, 13, 14 points a game. They got bench players averaging double players. They all play together. And this guy, he's not no gunner. He don't have to take 30 shots. Last night he scored 51 points.
Who did? Who was
The
this?
star of OKC.
OKC, who was that?
Oklahoma.
They're
the
Oklahoma
best team in
Sooners?
the NBA.
The Sooners? The Sooners?
No, the NBA.
I'm talking about college, man. I thought you were talking about college. My mind is on college. It wasn't on no pros.
Wait a minute. I was using an analogy that people are copying off of teamwork. This is what the college is doing now. They're not looking at people to score 30, 40 points a game. They're looking at teamwork. So that's the reason why the scoring is so low now, because everybody's getting a piece of the apple. So all the players, because the players are really not, they're not great players. They're good players, but not great players.
Okay.
So what they're doing is that the parity is just unbelievable in college ball now. The parity is unbelievable because a lot of the great players, they go on to play in the G League and try to make the pros, and they make their money there. They don't go to college.
Okay. I would just, because I haven't watched them in a while and stuff. I haven't been, usually, like I said, I don't start watching them until March Madness. Then I start watching now. Matter of fact, the pros, I don't start watching them until they get into maybe the last two rounds. That's it. I don't even watch them. Because it's boring. I think their game is boring as hell. I mean, totally boring.
That's because you're used to spectacular players. That's all.
Yeah,
all of them can dunk.
Like Magic Johnson,
all of them can dunk.
Michael
all of them can shoot threes. All of them can dribble. It's just they all are spectacular players. And now great players, there's only a few of those. But they all can do it. It's just unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. When you compare them from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, please, 2000, these players, all these players, man, they all skilled players. They can all do it. It's amazing. And a lot of people take a lot of the stuff that they do for granted, but that's okay. Because there's nothing. How many times or ways you can dunk a ball?
Well, you can put it through your leg and come up, back behind your
They
back.
do that too.
They do
They do
that.
that in the
All of them.
game,
All of
bro. They take the ball through their legs and dunk it with their left hand.
them.
They'll take a ball and they'll do an alley oop, and then the alley oop he'll take it and dunk it backwards. They'll throw the ball up to over the box, over the white box. You know what I'm talking about when I say
Right.
box.
Yeah,
They throw it over the
around the
box,
rim.
and the guy jump up so high and dunk it right through the doggone rim. But see, we take all that for granted now because these athletes are so gifted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ain't no more tackling like it used to be in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference when you say boring. But let me tell you something. They elbowing, hitting people in the mouth.
Oh man, we got hockey going on, huh?
Yeah, that's what's going on, bro. You got to watch the game.
No, I don't. I told you I don't watch it, man. To the playoffs, I don't watch it till the
I
late
mean,
in the
people.
playoffs. I don't watch the early
And
part of the playoffs. Late.
here's the thing: this is the one thing that I found out. You remember in the 80s, they would get fined $1,000, 2,500.
Mm-hmm.
They getting fined for 25,000, 35,000, 100,000.
For what? Technical
Fines,
foul?
fines, bro.
Wow.
They get fined when like if you hit somebody upside the head while they dunking or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and they call it, I forget what they call it, but it's a level. They go up to another level, and when you hit and then you might get thrown out the game, and then on top of that, you're gonna get fined. When they used to do that in the 80s, that
Too
wasn't
bad.
nothing.
Too
That
bad,
wasn't
huh?
nothing. They'll pick you up and throw you right on the ground, bro.
I got one other question. Stephen Curry. What's
Steph
going
Curry.
on? Huh?
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
What about him?
What's going on with his wife?
What's going on with his wife?
They said she might go to jail.
For what?
She has some bad stuff going on, man. She got some legal stuff going on. I guess I don't know. So something going on. I read an article about it today about his wife.
Really?
So she might be locked up. She might go to jail. They got in
For
court.
what? What she do?
She has a business or something that she had going on, and in that business and stuff that she was doing some cooking shows and stuff like that, and after she had decided that she wasn't going to do it anymore, she left the daggone show, and there were some contractual things and stuff that she did that was wrong, and so the folks and stuff who were there with her and everything sued her. Well, after they had sued her, she did something else and stuff to them and everything, and now they're talking about it might be a criminal case against her, and she might be going to jail.
A criminal case.
Mm-hmm.
What did she do?
I don't know. They didn't really give all the details about it and everything, but they had her on there and they had him sit down there with her and everything. And they did some kind of a video and stuff on her about how him and her got married, and he knew her, he met her while they was in high school. She used to, they were telling about her parents and stuff and everything from Connecticut. Her dad was black and mixed with some white group, and her mom had the same thing. She was some kind of Spanish lady and stuff, and she was mixed with her parents were mixed with white and Spanish or whatever. So that's how she turned out to look the way she looks and everything. And after she had gotten out of high school, she left and came to California and stuff to be a model or to get to be an acting. And So her and Steph had broke up then, but after he became a star in the NBA, he went back over to California and found her, and they got married and had 3 kids. But during that time and everything, she was doing other things and stuff to make money because she said that she wasn't going to just depend upon her husband's money. So anyway, some of those business deals and everything and stuff, there was some illegal going on.
As much money as they got,
And that's the money
she,
they got.
that man he worth well over $500 million.
Right. Well, they're getting ready to do something to her. I didn't know I thought you had known about that.
Now, I don't keep up with the gossip stuff.
Yeah, well, I didn't either because I just happened to just read it. It was in one of my news feeds. Okay, man, final word.
Well,
Final word.
keep this country going is mortgages and autos. People gonna always have to buy food, so they know that. That's why they can feed us damn near anything. But once you stop buying cars, it's over. So everybody got to have 2, 3 cars. That's fine. That's wonderful. But it's ridiculous, You don't need no 2, 3 cars. You need to be demanding public transportation.
Well, my thing is eggs. We can't find no eggs, man.
I don't care. I'm buying my eggs, man.
We can't find no eggs. We looked all around the stores. The Walmart didn't have no eggs. Publix didn't have no eggs. Kroger didn't have no eggs. We can't find no eggs to eat.
I'm buying my eggs.
And we went to Aldi's and stuff on Sunday, and they had some eggs, but they were $6 a dozen. So, man, I can't believe that we done reached a point in our country that we can't even get an egg, crack an egg, and you go by the Waffle House. They started out at 50 cents. They getting ready to raise it up to $1 now. You want every egg you gotta have a dollar surcharge.
I want 2 eggs. Okay, let's do $2.
You want 2 eggs and $2 extra. Whatever the meal cost, they had $2 more on to it because you got 2 eggs. Man, we in trouble. If you can't go to the store and find an egg, you in trouble. And now they're saying that a lot of these egg companies and stuff, they manufacturing the avian flu, and saying that they're using the avian flu and stuff to raise the price of eggs up, and that even if the eggs come back, they're gonna still leave the price high, and they're not gonna bring the eggs back down anymore. You can't go back and get no $1.18 dozen eggs, and they're gonna be those days over.
Because now they know people want eggs. They know now, hey, we got a commodity here. So we know that the
They
people
said,
want
no,
their eggs.
for $1.18 eggs, you can forget it. That ain't coming back no
Oh,
more.
it's gonna always be nothing less than $5. I can tell you that right now.
They probably be they might get down to about 3.5, a dozen, but that's about it. As low as they're gonna go. they said the people and they done got used to paying $7 a dozen, so they be happy to pay $3.50.
They got us, bro.
Hey, folks, eggs.
Hey, well, Ed, real quick, they got us in bread, bro. I remember when bread was 25 cents a loaf.
Hey, man.
You can't find no bread less than $4 now.
Oh man. Well, I found some for about $3. $2.99. They said $2.99, $3, and this is half a loaf. It ain't no big loaf. It's half a loaf.
They got us, bro. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing.
So anyway, people, I don't know what to tell you. Tonight, they got that knucklehead sitting up there and doing his address to Congress.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm not watching nothing. I'm gonna just listen to what other people got to say about it. That's all I'm gonna do. I got something else I can do. I got a whole bunch of other things I can do. I cannot sit there and listen to that man lie, lie, and lie and lie. I can't do it. He'll say one thing and turn around and he's gonna do something else.
You show right on that.
So there's no sense in listening to him because he's gonna go back tomorrow and do the same thing all over again. He's gonna do something else. So what the heck? And I just cannot stomach seeing them Republicans and stuff kissing that man's ring. I can't. I cannot stomach seeing them do it. I can't stomach seeing, even though I ain't the Secretary of State. I was never a fan of him, even when he was a a, a U.S. senator. I was never a fan of his. But to watch him capitulate to this man is sickening to watch. I mean, absolutely sickening to watch him. And to sit there and watch him tell a lie.
But Ed,
Ask him a question and he gonna lie about it. Go ahead.
Ed, he's the Secretary of State, man.
I know he is. He sit there and
What
lie.
I'm saying is, bro, he is the Secretary of State. That's a big deal in his community. He's a Cuban. He's a Cuban, bro. That's a big deal. He ain't got no power.
Yep.
They're telling
And
him everything to do and say.
to listen to your other representative from the Attorney General down there used to be the Attorney General in Florida and stuff. Oh, that old stupid Bondi girl, blonde head Bondi, sit down there and lie, saying that tell the judge, well, we ain't got no attorney because Trump fired him. He told the judge, we ain't got no more attorneys to argue the case because Trump fired him. We're trying to get him back.
Wait a minute. What case was she supposed to?
I don't know, but they had it on YouTube. They on one of the YouTube channels that she told the judge that she didn't have enough lawyers and stuff because Trump fired them all. and there you go, people.
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble. Bye. Y'all have a good day.